All right, Emma, just want to give us your thoughts on the game.
I think that we shot the ball very well. We had a ton of deflections, steals. We worked well as a team. I think Coach Gandalf said we had 23, 25 assists. So if that doesn't tell you we worked as a team, I don't know what does.
You came into the game late in the fourth quarter. They were on a bit of a run, and then you knocked down three 3-point shots. What was going through your mind there, and just what went well?
Honestly, I just had confidence. I mean, my teammates, I know they have confidence in me, and so I used that and saw the first one go in, and I was ready to knock them down.
And then just personally for you, how big is this win for you guys?
It is very big because we've been on kind of a losing streak right there, and so we got that win under our belt, and so we can continue on that.
You had 19 points, but you also added 3 assists and a couple rebounds there. Just what does it say about your ability to do everything all over the court?
Right. I think that I got in foul trouble a little early in that game, and so that wasn't very good. But just the ability to give everything I have. Awesome. Thank you.
You're so good. Good job.
Thank you. Hey, do you want me to wait?
No, you're okay.
Okay.
Good luck. Thanks. Will this hear me? I feel like it's low. Okay.
I just want to give us your thoughts on the game.
So sorry. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I definitely think that we've been, since all the injuries that we've had, we've been trying to piece stuff together, and I feel like this was a good complete game for us. Because last game, we did good offensively, but we were still figuring out defensive stuff, and we still had a lot of lapses that obviously we will work on. But I feel like we were able to put more stuff together this game.
You're shooting well over 70% in your last 5 games. What's been going well for you?
I definitely think confidence has been huge. My coaches and even teammates have been really encouraging me to be dominant in the paint and finishing strong. Because I feel like whenever before conference, I was kind of going up weak, and they've been trying to have a stronger basement going up, so that's been big. But confidence has been a big part of that.
You got your 4th foul really early in that 4th quarter, and then sat a couple minutes, but then coach had the confidence to put you back in and play a long stretch to close it out. What did that say to you?
It definitely gave me confidence of the confidence she has in me and the trust that she has in me, because playing with 4 fouls is hard, and especially with all guards. It can be harder to guard people on drive sometimes, but knowing that she trusted me, I felt a lot of peace going into that.
You had some bigger matchups at the center position tonight. What was your mindset going in against those bigger girls?
I mean, just trying to be dominant with whoever was guarding me, and is this live?
It is.
Right. Okay. Being dominant with whoever's guarding me, and just sticking to what I know I can do and my post moves and all that.
What does it say about your team that you guys can put up 84 games in back-to-back games, or 84 points in back-to-back games, but only shoot 9 free throws tonight?
Whoa. Wow. I mean, I think that is a big part. Our shooting threes has been going well for us, and whenever that's not going well, I feel we start to drive in a lot more. But since that was so successful tonight, we were able to rely on that more. And whenever that's not successful, I feel we have a lot more free throws because we are driving so much more. Thank you.
Thank you. Coach, just your opening thoughts on the game.
There's not an easy game. There's not, a team that's going to lay down in the WAC. Every game, you've got to be fully prepared for it. I thought we played a good first half, quality first half with people sharing the basketball. We did a good job of rebounding. We were really scoring in transition. But we knew, because Utah Tech they've got so many 3-point shooters. They spread the floor out. We knew that just, a few quick possessions, they could be right back in the game, and that's exactly what they did. Neither team played defense in the third quarter. It was just all offense. Proud of our team for getting some big defensive stops down the stretch in the fourth quarter. I thought rebounding was really good. That was a big difference in us and Utah Tech tonight, just really blocking out well, getting offensive rebounds, but stopping possessions with defensive rebounds. I felt like our transition was good after stops. We got some good things in primary break. But, just to kind of echo what Emma and Meredith said, a really good team victory today. At halftime, just glanced at the stat sheet really fast, and I was like, everyone who's been on the court has scored, and that has not been very common for us. We're heavy scoring from our starters and barely any points off the bench, and so we really praise them after the game about that. Like, we've got to have that kind of production. When you get in the game, your number's called, like, be ready to hit your shot. But really good team victory today. We spent a lot of time this week talking about defense because we didn't play defense at all in the Cal Baptist game. They got whatever they wanted. And, felt like our players really tried to make the adjustments in the game today based on, what we had done in practice. That was really good. And all of our players, they spend time shooting. And it was really nice to see the three-pointers fall today. I have people that criticize us because they're like, oh, you're not shooting a very good percentage, or y'all going to go away from shooting threes. No, like, we have great three-point shooters. I mean, Emma's 5 for 7. We have really great three-point shooters. And I feel like that's what we recruit to. And, a lot of things that we run are to get the ball in the hands of wide-open shooters. And so I felt good for our players today that they were able to hit those shots.
You've often said, Julie, that you want to hit threes and shoot layups. So tonight, it's going to take a second. You were 31 of 53 from the floor. You were 16 of 33 from 3 and 15 for 20 from 2. And you got 30 points in the paint, which means all 15 of your shots that you made from 2 were in the paint. I mean, this is like a perfect game for your system, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty textbook for sure, Lance. We didn't get to the free throw line very much. That's the other component of how we want to score. And like what Meredith said, though, the inside-out passes, the quick reversals, we had good three-point looks. And, if you keep the ball on the perimeter as much as we did tonight, you probably won't get to the free throw line as much. But I think, the last couple of weeks with injuries, we've had sickness. Like, Meredith played great last week. She didn't work out all week long. She was sick. And then this week, Tolly and Bree have been out. They were sick. And I think just their example of, like, showing up and playing really hard and playing really well like they have really emulates our mission statement of, team first wins, because they're not feeling 100%, but they came in because they knew that the team needed them, and they played really well.
Your girls ended 4 of 5 shooting on the game. What does it say about their ability to close that one out?
Yeah, just staying shot ready. They know not to turn down open shots, and a teammate more than likely got them open for those 3-point shots, and so that's selfless to take the shot because someone did a good job to get the ball in your hands. So great way to finish though.
You talked about playing inside out, and obviously Meredith Mays plus 27 on the court, which is big time for her. How big was she in getting those open threes for you guys?
Oh, really big. I mean, if you don't have a scoring presence in the paint, then they can just hug up on our shooters. They're not worried about helping off on that post player. And so we run a lot of 4 out, 1 in, a lot of different strategies with that. But none of it works if you don't have a post presence. And so because Meredith is scoring in there, they would help off of her, leave shooters open. And so, she's a big reason why we had the open looks on the perimeter.
And then talk to me about Erin Woodson. Obviously, starting the game a little slow, but she ended with 12 points. Just her relentless.
Yeah, Erin might be, if she's not the most competitive, she's one of the top 2 or 3 most competitive players on our team. She gets real aggravated at herself if she makes mistakes, but she doesn't make excuses. She doesn't, shy away from things. Like, she wants to get right back out there and compete. And she's not going to turn down open shots. She's, now almost every game somehow she's getting to the basket, either scoring or getting to the free throw line. So we're seeing her try to score from a lot of different areas on the court.
Bree Davis just had an attitude to her and a leadership aspect tonight. What can you say about that?
Yeah, we haven't seen her in a while, so she showed up today, and we were really excited that she was ready to play. I think just with each game, she's playing with more and more confidence. When we lost Mia Rivers to an injury, Bree had to step up and be the starting point guard and assume a lot more responsibility, a lot more minutes, and just gradually, practice by practice, game by game, I think that she is gaining more and more confidence, and she's a pretty fearless player. She'll try to go get tough buckets. She tries to get the ball in the hands of her teammates. She's our best on-ball defender. I don't know that anybody else really enjoys it much, but she does. So she's really stepped up her game when we needed her to.
Chardonnay Hartley was on fire coming into this game, and you guys held her to single-digit scoring. What does that say about your team's defense?
Well, I thought the way she started the game, I was like, how in the world are we going to guard her? I mean, we knew she was very shifty and quick driving downhill. They've got shooters spotted up, and so instead of posting up a post player in the paint, they just drive deep in the paint and dare you to step off. And, the way she started the game, I was like, this is going to be trouble. But our players got to where they slowed her down a little bit with the downhill drives. We positioned ourselves to help more. I thought in the second quarter we had a ton of deflections. She was trying to pass, and we were playing really big on her. That really slowed her down. But good team defense on her for sure.
You mentioned the spot-up shooting. They shot just 9 of 24 from three. What did you see from your girls in executing the three-point defense that you had mentioned before?
Just to be closer to the shooters, and for their team, it's everybody except for 25. And 5 doesn't shoot very many of them. Everybody else, though, you've got to stay close. You got to be there on the catch. Certainly don't dig off on a drive when you're guarding a shooter. So just our players, they were more disciplined than we have been on shooters. I thought we started the second half and we sort of, lost sight of, hey, we've got to stay closer to the shooters. They had like maybe 5 threes pretty quickly in the third quarter. But I think for the most part, our team did a good job on them. Their philosophy is a lot like ours. Just, they spread shooters out. It's just hard to guard everybody.
And then Bella Earl, she was pretty efficient tonight too, had 17 points. But the biggest thing for me being on the sideline, every time there was a break, she had something to say to her team.
Yeah.
So just tell me, walking through the injuries and stuff like that, how big her leadership has been.
So we have 4.5 weeks left to our regular season. We're down to 3 home games now. And Bella knows that. She understands the urgency. Like, she will never be on the ACU women's basketball team again. Hopefully in like 6-7 weeks, hopefully we can extend this thing. And so I think she's just feeling urgency. Like, I can't leave anything unsaid. In practice, she goes super hard all the time. We were literally trying to walk and shoot around today, and it's like, stop. Like, we're trying to walk here, like she's trying to maximize and make the most of every single opportunity to be a leader for us, to help our team be successful. I really appreciate what Bella does for us. There's a lot of intangibles that people don't really know about that she brings to the table, but I've really appreciated she and Zoe and Mia Rivers like talking more and trying to help everybody out. They won't be on a college basketball team, in just 2 months. Like, their whole career's over, and so I've been really proud of the way those 3 have taken on some additional leadership roles the last couple of weeks.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, Coach.